Hello and welcome back to Secret Agent Agency, where we are playing more Virtue's Last Reward, and we're cleaning up those endings, man. We're at the end of the game. My name's Kevin, and I haven't hired any Scientologists to sing for my band. And joining me is Jihun. Are you out there?
Unfortunately, I did not use the money glitch, so I'm not rich or poor.
Oh, okay. And Andrew, are you with us?
Cha-ching. I'm here.
All right. My reference was Lincoln Park came back and they replaced Chester Bennington, R.I.P., with a female vocalist who it turns out is a Scientologist and is a R word apologist and attended a bunch of her dear friend Danny Masterson, aka Hyde from that 70s shows,
Oh, yeah.
trials for all the horrible things that he did.
So was
Uh,
it revealed
so
last minute? Her being the Scientologist?
um Okay. So are you familiar with the bands At the Drive-In or the Mars Volta?
Neither. I am very unfamiliar with the band business.
Okay. Well, their vocalist is named Cedric Bixler Zavala,
Mhm.
and he joined the Church of Scientology many years ago and has since left. And when he left, he spoke out about it and left largely because of Danny Masterson's acts.
Mm.
And he spoke out about a number of people in the music industry that were a part of all that, and uh, the lady Emily Armstrong was on the list,
Mm.
and that is who Lincoln Park replaced Chester Bennington with.
Okay.
Um, and when he spoke out about these things, Scientologists tossed poisoned dog treats over his fence and into his backyard, and his dogs ate them and they died.
Oh, damn.
Uh, Scientologists killed two of his dogs in retaliation. So a whole lot, and of course, Scientology doesn't have very nice things to say about mental illness or mental health. Basically, they think that depression and anxiety are given to you by like alien parasites or something, and like they're not real. Like, you can just like pray them away, or if you know how to defeat them using the powers of Scientology, then you can't be depressed or anxious. So
Up your speed
weird.
count.
So yeah. So weird choice to replace somebody who unalive themselves with somebody who doesn't believe in mental illness. I don't know. I feel like uh there's some weird shit about to come out about the other members of Lincoln Park, I think.
Mm.
That's my guess as to where all this is going. So there you
What's our
go.
next log?
That's my fun news story
It's
for
the
you
one,
guys.
yeah. It's the
Yes,
one in the
this
middle.
one is a proof it
What
wasn't
can we do?
murder, which yeah, this one seems quite quaint. Here we go.
Got everyone assembled here.
Alice. Oh, and I wanted to say in the recording that let's see, Andrew and I both have things that are coming up next weekend. I might be able to stream, but I might not. Um so we are actually going to have a weekend off Virtue's Last Reward and come back to it, I guess 2 weekends from now. In the meantime, I might stream Warframe, but I might also just not stream. We're just gonna play it by ear. That's what I'm thinking so far. I'll know closer to the time, I guess. But I feel like there's probably a decent... It's probably like 50-50 for now. We'll see. So the first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. And at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants, except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me! Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Yes.
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it?
May as
Who
well have been
killed
Dio.
her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, it doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7, Clover, 6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2, 1.
Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No.
Achievement unlocked. I can't believe it's not murder.
No.
God.
There's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with the scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
so she could have taken the scalpel. then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying. This is all a lie. It has to be.
It's not. It's the
Then
truth.
why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
You just said she killed herself. Just tell me the truth.
I am.
Prove it. Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof,
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Fi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. Oh, thank fuck. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Oh, dude, even I'm like, what the hell, Sigma?
Oh, don't you remember?
Yeah. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I'd suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyouji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated as she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pair, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed a bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pair.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tenmyouji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyouji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyouji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyouji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyouji seemed to recover, and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyouji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, These white doors. When are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me.
Is it gonna be a new puzzle room?
That's what I'm wondering. Maybe we'll get a puzzle room.
Let me check.
Or maybe we could all beef it right in front of the door. Who knows?
Why, yes, there is puzzle room.
Yeah, boys.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, let's get your brains
Yeah.
ready.
I think there's 2 more left.
I have a feeling there's probably a little more than 2.
A total game or?
At least 2 more.
Yeah.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
The true end route is probably gonna have some fuckery, so.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
Fuck you, Dio.
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which
Oh.
team goes in which door?
All of the doors are
On the
identical
breakdown
for this
pie.
one.
Let's do it.
I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
You know, this is one aspect of life that I trust Dio on. He knows how to kill somebody.
Yes.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so Senator it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Yo.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Phi.
Oh, you're gonna turn it back
This
on?
thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Yes. I don't know how much of her you can hear.
I like her
can't
lifeline,
really
and
hear-
you said yes.
Yeah.
Who's
Come
commenting
on, guys.
the
There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Alright, so I'm gonna pull up this puzzle room just so we have it in case we get stuck. Director's office. Oh!
Wait, is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were in it and the puzzle was already solved.
Yeah.
Well, we never did a puzzle here.
What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it? Oh, I already see a puzzle where you have to look at it in a certain angle to
Yeah.
like see a. Yeah. Okay.
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then.
Sí, vaya.
Alright.
So what happens if we... Yeah, what happens if we do this? Well, what do we have here? I haven't seen a computer this old in a while. There's something on the screen. Is that a lion eating a hamburger? Yes, it is. I think the lion's got 2 heads. Looks like a monster from Greek myth or something. Looks like it's asking for an ID and password underneath the lion. Huh. The keyboard doesn't seem to be working though. Ah! I guess we can't enter anything then. What's this? It's a business card holder. Weird shapes on the back. If you line them up in a particular way, you'll get some sort of hint.
Alright, so we don't have...
Yeah, we don't have what we need for that. Yeah. A desk with a drawer in it. There's an old-fashioned looking computer on it along with a binder. God, it's not opening.
Can't punch it open.
Can't punch it open.
Yeah, that's it for that.
I can't punch it open.
Thank you. What is this? One of the training machines you see on the late-night infomercials? It's a facial recognition device. Put your hands on either side and you hold your face on that lens. And it checks your face against whatever it's got in its database. I'm in the salvage business. Every so often one of these babies shows up. Ah, needs a key.
So keys and business cards so far.
Balloon!
Oh, that balloon?
Yeah,
Okay, so Quark is 20. Gotcha!
You've got a boy, Kevin.
Oh. Didn't expect to just be able to pick something up.
yeah, so that in your pocket.
Have a really smeary textured globe.
Examine it.
Hey, globe. Somebody glued a piece of paper to it. You found a world map.
Oh, now we know where we are. Finally unlocked the world map. Took a while. I presume this is how we're lining something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Oh, it's one of those radioactive plates. Looks like a green coaster. The stain on there makes it look like something was sitting here earlier.
So we have to find the options.
Oh, it's a hoe. Aha, now this is brandy. Pierre Perrin's 200-year-old reserve. You can tell just by looking at it, I can smell it. Expensive brandy.
Oh.
It does just say ho.
Oh.
I thought maybe it said like alcohol across it, but no, it's just a hoe.
I wonder if that is
Also,
something.
it's transparent in like a weird way.
Yeah.
This bottle ain't right. Oh, 3DS graphics.
Oh ho! So what is up the whole wine thing tastes older? Tastes better with being old.
Just the way it is.
Yeah, it ferments for longer. Is it
I'm not a
like?
wino.
Is it like?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it? Does it get like sweeter? I don't really know how it works either.
We'll Google later.
A suit of armor.
We shove it
It's not really
in
a
the head.
full suit of armor, is it? I mean, it's missing the helmet. What do we call it? Not sure. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call this suit of armor, okay? Sue yourself. Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area. Could be blood. Ah, we got a short spear.
That's a spear.
Oh, we know what to do with this.
Yeah.
And a slingshot. Don't really know what to do with that yet. Let's go back to this bottle. Can we stick the, No. I was wondering if we could stick the brandy in the head.
I thought it was asking to be placed on the laser thing.
Oh. What's this? Is this one of those vacuuming robots you see on TV? Let's see if... Nope, no luck. Always come back to it later. Oh.
There's another.
Shit up above.
Huh. This is cheap brandy. Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist. I'll be taking that. Ah, it's got a
Star.
a star with a blue outline.
And a red cap.
Oh, okay, that's paint. We got a tablet.
Ooh,
That's missing something. A battery. Oh, let's look at the plate. Coaster's green. Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Oh shit,
Three.
with the books.
Good brandy on coaster, but
3 purple.
So H.
oh, fucking literary analyses. Historical adventure saga. Philosophy books.
God, I hated that class.
Oh,
That sucks shit.
I mean, the class could have been better in general. Like, the teachers are more entertaining, honestly.
What's above?
Man, this safe is really big. It's gotta be like $100 billion in there.
Oh, you can't punch it open.
I can't punch it open.
So if we just do the same thing we did, then... Oh, this thing, okay.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so the map. 2 of the spots were not connected to anything. So white to light blue, yellow to purple, green to pink.
Let me just.
Just gonna try, see what happens. Just gotta be careful, no, you don't cross paths. What was purple going to?
I missed
Yellow.
it.
Okay, so
It's blue to... I think it's... Hold on, let me double check.
Blue to white. Yeah. Purple goes to.
Blue to white, purple to yellow.
So we already fucked it up because.
yeah, we don't have a path.
We tried.
We try. Yeah, green wants to go down to pink. Because then blue is going to white, dude. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, blue is white.
Yeah, you fucked it up twice over. We got this. We can do this right now. So, well, you were kind of going in the right path with green originally. You just want to go down.
So how does purple go to yellow?
So purple to yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Does it go left or right?
So like
You already want the answer right now.
So
You don't wanna
blue has
think.
to go to white. Yeah, I know you're just gonna fucking go, but like
The pink cannot meet green like that.
Yeah. It'd be a complicated path. Blue can't get the white that way, right? Magenta. You're just
Reverse S. Oh no, it is S.
So I don't think that's it. While you're doing that, I'm tracing on the screen myself to try to figure it out.
Let me see.
So if green goes up, down, then yellow.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Well, Kevin, I think you just hit it in the right.
Yes, go around. Go like through it, and then up above. And then you got green to pink easily. That's it. Wow, he had to use like the entire fucking thing.
Good job. You did it. Videos.
What do we got? More brandy?
Oh god.
Jump scare. Sorry guys, look like all we got is a binder and a deer. So a bind deer.
Fucking A.
Deer's looking at me, Grandpa. It's fake.
How are we hauling all this shit around?
Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. We got a hammer in our pants.
Alright, what are our notes? It's in the archive. Business cards. Okay.
Oh.
So we have the solution then for this. Is it a... Oh boy,
What?
okay.
Okay.
Alright, so we have a default. Let me grab... I'm gonna jot shit down once we have an opportunity to, but we can keep looking for
Oh,
that.
I saw that. Yeah, I think that's where you can put the deer.
Ah! Does that spell E?
Yeah.
So I think...
Let's pop the balloon. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you just poke it. Oh, you can't poke it?
Oh.
Can't poke it open.
Can't throw books at it. Oh, we use the books on the laser?
Was it? No, you put the bottle, empty bottle, yeah.
Oh.
Ah. It made a parallelogram.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's the shape is of it all. Okay.
I don't know what we're doing with the books.
I think. I don't know. Can you actually wait? There's a square thing next to the left side of the desk. Can you interact with that? Oh.
Ha! It opened.
Use
It's
a
a
key to
key.
get another key.
That's right. That's what we do. Okay. Now this over here. Whoa, the light on the top turned. All right, now it's on. Now what? Damn. None of our faces work. Face not recognized. Gender mismatch. Needs a girl. Maybe if we dress Quark up like a girl. Ah! Dude, you totally want to do it. Oh, how does he have that in his pocket? Looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Is it? Oh, yeah, I remember him looking at it in the infirmary. I guess it was worth a shot. My first thought was that it was the bikini girl with the scratch-off stuff.
Oh, yeah. What is a review?
Ah! Whoa! Oh my gosh, it's like we're in the villain's secret lair. Well, that's because we are.
Something on the chair other than helmet.
So, who is this girl? Hey, stop! Alright!
I think that 100% proves it. Even if he hasn't said it yet. Totally Junpei, because that's Akane.
Yeah. Damn, fine, you've already seen her after all. Her name is Akane Kurashiki. I've been looking for her for a long time. She's his first love.
Is he still virgin?
Carry the picture everywhere. He has a grandson. He's right there.
Oh, right.
I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anyone's watching, you talk to it. I've seen you do it. Didn't mark you for a hopelessly romantic, Tenmyouji. It's not about love, and I'm not a goddamn romantic.
Alright, Snagger helmet.
Helmet.
Can we hop on there and
There's a lever. Here I go. Fucking
Oh, he's on the other side of the room right now.
battery.
Yeah. Combine.
Tablet. Don't need to be looking at this right now. Okay.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that.
Get the fuck out.
P.
P. There's a P. Oh, did you guys see the magic card I posted in general gaming?
Yeah, I've seen that before. I love that one. He had to go.
His knees buckled. He had to go.
So...
Yes, that suits him.
Alright, so we got the business card thing we can do.
Yeah.
So we have an association game. So the first thing shows us where all the initial stuff lines up.
Oh, so you move the card first and then you see what's in the back. Okay. Can you drag the card? Just to...
Let's see, card 1. So it's Bob, blank, 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 Chris, John, Tony, blank, Ian, blank, Michael, blank.
Okay, so I
I
think we make this first, and then we'll look at the conditions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay,
so
Bob here, and then
second row is middle Chris, right John.
John. No,
middle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris goes in the middle.
Chris goes in the middle. And then third row, it's Tony, blank, Ian. And last one is Michael in the middle. So we got to figure out where all the ladies go.
Can you see the back first? Like what is it formed so far? You kind of have to tell. Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna get like some kind of like book. Oh, you can put Kate in the middle, top. Alright, what we got?
You made it worse. No, it was left side of Michael, right? So.
Oh, it's like being inverted.
Ellen and Kate.
Let's look at the notes.
Yeah.
Alright, so Carol likes being on the left. Anne prefers to be near Bob. So that would be either the top
Bottom
middle,
or right. Yeah.
or second row, first position. Ellen would like to be above Anne. Sophie likes to be on the very right, so there's only 2 options for that: upper rightmost and bottom rightmost. And Kate likes to be next to Michael. So then in that case, Kate has to be on the bottom left. Well, actually, potentially. So throw her there first. She's either on the bottom left or the bottom right. So what does that look like? And first to be near Bob, so she's either in that position or the top position.
Sophie has to be right, so Sophie can be either top right or top, bottom right. Kate can either be left or right. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's like if you go off of this, Kate is either on the left or right of Michael, but then Carol likes being on the left, which means she can only be left of Michael or left of Chris.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the Carol up. Yeah, Kate goes to right bottom. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna look at the backside and
had
then.
so many options, and we got to.
I think this is right. Let's look at the other side.
What does it look like?
Book 334.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
Put them back in 334.
Yep.
Because there's in.
Yeah, we had.
334. Oh, they can only go to one place, back where they were.
So that's right side. That's anywhere. Yeah. So what does it look like? H.
So H-E-L...
P, help, yeah.
Yeah, I'm imagining it's help. And then there's this laser thing that's also red.
Right. Oh, let's use a tablet. We only plug in the battery and we didn't actually use it. Oh, there we go. Help.
Oh, just help. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's green.
Yeah, it's green. Alright, blue is interesting. He mentioned parallelogram.
Yeah, there's still some stuff we haven't done anything with.
Yeah, we haven't...
There's a parallelogram puzzle.
We haven't used a slingshot at all.
Can we use a slingshot to pop the volume from where we're sitting?
Yeah, sit in the chair and try that. See what happens.
Yeah, boy! Mind
combine
bullets.
What can we combine it with?
Yeah, combine with the spear thingy.
I don't have it anymore. Oh. Oh, the key we used for the facial recognition.
Always counting down.
Oh, just to show you.
Yeah.
For help, okay. So what do we have left?
Oh wait, this is blue over here. It used to be white. Huh, it changed.
Probably because of the shape thing there.
Oh, right.
Okay, this is it.
What are we supposed to do?
Oh no.
Kevin pressed that thing too fast.
Okay, we have to make a parallelogram out of this.
Yes.
Oh.
I do have a solution if we're struggling. but for now we can try it. It looks like we can't rotate, so it is just positioning.
Okay, that makes it easy. Oh, he found a way.
This is a nightmare. Okay.
Alright, so I'll let you play around for a little bit, and then I'll tell you how to assemble it.
Remember what you learned in geometry class, Kevin.
Remember the shape is like a slanting to the right cube, basically.
Well, which is what the right in the middle thing. Yeah, that's what the enlarged version of the middle.
Yeah, so definitely the two big pieces are going to be on the ends. So like that, like one of them on the far left would have to be
make the corner of it.
Triangle where the corner is to the right, and it's slanting down left from there. I don't know how to describe this. And then the one on the far right would have to be opposite. So.
Kevin is kind of bullshitting right now.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
Kevin, what did you learn from geometry class?
Whatever it was too long ago.
Alright, so I'm taking a picture, a snapshot, because I'm not even going to attempt to try to.
Yeah, okay.
Play this back to you.
And I'll look at it when I feel like it, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it in the stream chat, and then you can look at it when you want to.
By the way, the controls are dog shit for this.
I'm sure it was a lot easier with the DS controller.
That makes sense, yeah.
Do I switch back to keyboard and mouse?
Okay.
I don't see that being better.
Alright, stream chat. Drag and drop. You to there. Boop. I don't know if that makes it any clearer, but that's what the guide says.
I'm looking at the picture.
Alright, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, it was literally the image that's in that wine bottle.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta give a props to this guy to pull this off on the ACSII art.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. It's like only slightly off, so that kind of shows you where all the pieces go. The easiest is to start with the two biggest ones and then just squeeze everything in between them. You might have to reposition them a little bit as you go along.
Look. Okay, so there are two small triangles. I see. Okay, those are two small triangles. Slanted, square. Okay, I see.
I wonder how exact the shit has to get.
Good question.
I feel like this is a struggle for you right now.
It is a nightmare. Okay, like control-wise, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Eh? I'm having like a does not compute moment with this.
So while Kevin's struggling with the puzzle, let's talk about some random shit.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So, yeah, the YouTuber guy named Nico whatever avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy used to film himself eating a shit ton of food, and he he was really obese, like dangerously obese. And then he just released a video where he lost 250 pounds. And everybody was surprised because like he been still uploading those like video of him eating stuff. And turns out he pre-recorded all those videos.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild. That he's trying to play the 4D chess almost. And then yeah, like he looked so miserable when he was obese. Because he was busy trying to make the views and then shoves food into his mouth. It's kind of, I don't know. I would say infuriating, but it is kind of like sad to see that kind of stuff. But he managed to survive, which is good.
Okay, guys, I'm having trouble here.
So
the square is on the bottom left, right there, or the like.
Yes, turn it to the like, yeah. And then the triangle right above it. Make sure that the longer side, yeah.
Oh, I messed this up.
Yeah, flip it around somewhere.
Yeah, the longer side faces the outer triangle. Yeah, like that.
So you just gotta spin that one until.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's good.
How? Like, oh, I guess like this.
So
Alright, fuck it, check. No.
I think you're just gonna make those very neat. Yeah, like that.
It's a fucking nightmare. I think. Well, is that top one as tight as it can be? The top triangle there?
I'm wondering if these like overlap or something.
It should be nice and tight according to the ASCII art.
Yeah. Oh, it's ASCII. Let's see.
It'd be nicer, honestly, if this had like it was like an effect where it just snaps.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Also,
yeah, the top and the bottom are like different lengths. Something's not right.
Yeah, something's not right. Oh! So, okay, I see what's going on. So the parallelogram, that one that's like the diamond shape,
yeah,
it needs to be flush with the top on its top corner. That's what's off. So like, which must mean that other triangle might not be positioned right. You see what it looks like in the ASCII art?
Yeah, look, I'm trying to look. Let me see if I can find the actual picture. Give me a minute. Director's office.
He's gonna try to get all this stuff and hit check.
I got that one.
Well, I'm in the spoiler-free guide, so it just has puzzle solutions and like you need, you know, this password to get to this lock. That's it. I don't want to know more than that. You need to like. I don't know how else to describe this. I'm looking at the same picture as you.
Here, try this.
Okay, now we're talking.
Oh, wow. That's a very different solution. Works. Okay. Looks like it works. Sorry for giving you a worse one, apparently.
If you raise a shape in this orientation and it doesn't work, try adjust them slightly. The minigame doesn't always recognize when the shapes are in the correct position, so keep adjusting them until it works.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Keep trying until it works. Yeah, it's like that's a metaphor for life, I guess.
But I'm kind of curious how this game, the game checks for the flag. Like, how does it consider as a flag? Is it like, does it have some kind of internet generated shape? Like,
probably those white dots.
uh,
It's looking at where they're lined up. Like, it's probably looking at orientation and positioning of the white dots. So, Kevin, is this the worst puzzle in the game for you?
Oh man, it's up there.
yeah, because this game was designed for the DS. Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, this is the worst design puzzle. Holy shit.
Not good enough.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we gotta entertain the audience. We gotta talk about something.
Yeah, this is bad TV. Sorry. Got it!
Oh, okay. I was browsing the topic.
Ah, IILP.
Oh, then we... Okay.
Ew. Help me.
Got the blue password.
Binder. Nothing exciting in this one.
Got our card keys.
Card keys. First floor basement. Super baby method. A woman. Not him.
Did it.
You found...
Yeah, that shapes puzzle was dog shit. At least on controller. Yeah, pressing the direction buttons with rotation didn't just like rotate them a little bit. It constantly rotates, and you are changing the rotation speed.
No!
In case you were wondering what was going on there. No!
Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
Oh, the picture.
What was it?
The picture. Ugh, how can I forget it?
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thing.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the warehouse.
I want to come with you.
Me too.
That's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
All right. I'll see you two later then.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off towards the blue door. Bunch of jog-offs. And then they were gone. Guess I should be getting back then. I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Phi and Clover, Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader, you dipshit. Oh, fuck.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin. Yeah, that's him.
Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it.
Good boy.
You see? I can be considerate.
But Tenmyouji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real quick.
And they'll be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we'd investigated. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us have found anything, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyouji and Quark were nowhere in sight.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
Thanks, Clover. I don't think... Okay. Look, I'm just gonna go to the director's office. I'll be right back. No big deal. Right. Okay, see you guys later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse.
So I think it's Tenmyouji ending here.
Yeah, this signs seem to point towards Tenmyouji for this one.
Tenmyouji, no, you killed Quark.
Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. The picture's gone, though. Tenmyouji and Quark must have been here then. I laid out the floor B map. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they probably went through the warehouse and out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of the long way around. Huh. Looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot. Might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed towards the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me. I swallowed and edged cautiously towards it. So...
Oh god, we're edging?
Yeah, we're edging now. Soon we'll be gooning. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out towards it. Slowly. Slowly.
So, you finally made it.
No, you're...
I am Zero. I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions.
Does he have a bracelet on?
I don't know, but this is totally us.
Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Ugh. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile, and kept my balled fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
Termites?
Oh, please do.
In retrospect, I suppose that's
by all
an
means
odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now. Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects. I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints, detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds. Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building.
This is such like a Bond villain monologue.
Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're
Oh,
doing.
why am I monologue?
Imagine
Because I
how we
request a
might look
button to
to
shoot the
such
laser.
intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, we can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty. And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Oh,
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
That's the last one. We have 0,
Bomb?
2, and 3.
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention. The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs too? If he guessed at my future confusion, he showed no signs of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized immediately. I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Yeah, fuck me.
Wait! God damn it. You can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air.
Analyze, whatever. Just grab some aluminum foil. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. The hologram, it disappeared. Ugh. What kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I kicked out at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex Game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Crap. I need to get back. Not like there's any point in staying here. I spun around and ran out of the room toward the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look, Mr. Sigma's back!
Took you long enough.
kept you waiting, huh?
Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number? Well, we need you to choose ally. If you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You get to 9 whether you get 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose ally, we both gain points.
True, but you must have considered that I'll choose betray. That would mean you choose betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust
Of
you?
course.
All right, tell me one thing. Let's say we do this and both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you, but I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't just going to open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it. I can give you my word. I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so. I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
I was gonna say, like, Tenmyouji swore, but, like, Quark didn't.
So, all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us!
We trust them?
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain
Our player
until
character says so.
Ambidex game polling closes.
It is the player character from last game.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You gotta choose ally! You promised!
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyouji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9. And choosing betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without the rest of us. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But...
Please! You've gotta trust us! You've gotta choose ally! You promised!
Tenmyouji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell is I gonna do?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Always to the last second.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ally first?
Mm-hmm.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh. Well, then again, it's Dios, so it's probably safe to play. These sons of bitches.
Oh, Clover's getting out too. Good for her.
You guys swore? What the fuck?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
That's great.
Please
Yeah, like father, like
check
son
your
here,
bracelet
and
to
Sigma.
see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell, guys? Why'd you betray
Quark
me?
had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright, fine. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyouji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So you're not going to leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't tell me. Dude, this is a fucking douche maneuver, man.
I'm stabbing out their
Well, of
back.
course,
What a
Clover's
bunch
gonna
of
leave.
shitheads.
Alice is dead.
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyouji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyouji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah. Why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyouji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? I kept my promise. Clover opened the door, not me.
Like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyouji.
Say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done. He? Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah. No point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
What's he gonna
The
say?
number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game.
Wait. Oh, no, never mind. Thought he meant like before the whole
I
thing.
wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyouji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter, I didn't even try to stop them. Before I could think of anything to say,
See you.
Goodbye.
I'll see you in hell.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not
We've heard this a
possible.
million times, computer.
Please
Seriously.
enjoy your stay.
We've only gotten out once.
Shit! They're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I understand. I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read.
You got a second drink there?
I do. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty picky eater, so if I didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? but he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and when I was really, really small too. Grandpa didn't need to worry though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that, and I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. Alright, dude, we're coming up on 2 pages, man. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while. And he'd only go 2 weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know I'd been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. Yeah. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he asked her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he bragged to everybody about how he had a mom. Fucked up. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not having a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood. During the day, of course. He went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender. Then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me. I was pretty nervous. Okay, even front and back, you gotta be almost done, kid. Eventually, the bartender came back with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. Was it like the real stuff? Not like, like soda, you know what I mean? To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. There it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure it was real at that point. I then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though. So I figured... Dude, get to the point! So I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. Is this really mine? He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head full light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the world. That's not an exaggeration, I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what had made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know it's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but never tasted root beer.
It's true.
Can't argue with that. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning. Some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over, and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then, I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was that I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. Dude, this guy's writing must be microscopic.
Hey, I did that during our chemistry exam when they allowed a 1C sheet.
It kept raining all night and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first, I thought I should just ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled, and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he collapsed. I was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they would only save Grandpa, I would never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever, and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some of my luck on to Grandpa, because a week later his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't going to die, but I was also a little scared. What if he had decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up. When the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, and that meant he was probably going to die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All the things I'd worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out into the rain to look for me. I tried to apologize. When I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've ever cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that, he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that proves that Tenmyouji is still virgin.
Yeah. Suppose it does.
So that's Quark's ending then?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry,
good.
Tenmyouji.
What? Huh. Okay.
Have we not watched Quark's ending yet? Forget.
I don't believe so.
Check.
No.
No.
Oh, the icon's not there. Okay. Oh, it's the other one.
Maybe this is it. Yeah.
Choose betray. Can't escape.
Random Reddit post. Apparently, there's a thing called Gaijin Corner.
Huh?
All right, cool.
So apparently, some
Results
restaurant.
from round 3
Oh, a
of the
restaurant.
Ambidex
Yeah,
Game
in Japan.
will now be displayed.
So it was just in like
Wait.
random street corner, you know?
No, like, so I'm reading this random Reddit post about like how like they go to the sushi place, not the.
Please direct
Also,
your
as
attention
somebody
to the
from my
results screen.
experienced the trip to Japan, so the authentic Japan sushi restaurant, they kind of sell you like a fine dining. They serve you one food at a time. And I'm reading this Reddit post where like, yeah, there's a gaijin corner where they don't want to deal with the gaijin, the foreigners.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Clover still escapes alone.
Oh shit, you're right.
Been assigned
Oh, of course she does. We
or
had no control over that.
subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what's the
Quark
deal?
had nothing to do with it. I entered the vote.
So why'd you choose to betray?
Couldn't I ask you the same thing? I don't really think this is the time for a fight, though. Look, Clover's over by the door.
What? Oh no.
The number 9 door.
Fuck, she opened it.
Ugh! Why?
Clover, wait!
Clover, what the hell do you think you're doing?
I'm going to call the others.
What?
Justice for Alice.
Justice? Wait, do you mean...
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Time for me to go. No!
Please, Clover, wait!
Like hell, I'm just gonna let you walk out of here.
Dio leapt at Clover, his fist raised. Clover easily avoided him and moved towards the door.
Goodbye.
I caught one last glimpse of her face as she slid through the door. It was a mask of ice. I wonder what else we have to learn about Quark. We got Quark's whole life story, and then it turned out it was Tenmyouji's ending.
The number 9 door has closed.
He's probably very important.
This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
Like he's seemingly born into the bad timeline here that we're trying to negate.
Please enjoy your stay.
Game over, yeah.
Game over, yeah.
What's our next block?
That was fast.
It's the next one, the get our bracelet off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, rub some aluminum foil. Or cut my arm off.
Alright.
Or put me under. I don't know. Lots of options, I guess. What are we gonna pick here?
Dear Jihun, I have a question. Is this one long?
Shouldn't be too long.
Cool, okay.
Let's do it. We have Phi and Quark's endings left.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Should be done less than about 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's
Suddenly,
my bad.
all eyes... Okay. Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. Yeah, it feels good. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelivir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelivir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I had been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably, Excelivir. It was a real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees. Oh, that's a good look for Phi.
Sigma! Are you okay?
I'm tripping up, yeah?
Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the Soparil, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxed and followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer.
Which one is it?
Grab answer. The answer is...
Yeah, boys!
Cut off my arm! Oh my god!
There's something white on it.
I'm so fucked up.
We all said that.
The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
Gotta hand it to you. Thanks, achievement. What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? Oh, that's a weird memory to just have pop into your mind. It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms are artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen. I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. This guy's just like having delusions while he's like just falling asleep. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time.
One more time.
What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma, what are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up and...
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But...
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great. Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
Dio?
No!
Is this AI video?
Phi began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down.
Well,
what's the plan, Sigma?
Oh! I think I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna crush his arms in the door.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
It's been fun. Peace.
Oh, thank
I
God. I
promise
was
to call for
typing
help in return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But... just you, Kay.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey, what the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, it didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Fuck you.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit edging closer to the exit. He was heading straight through the door. But the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma! Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go! The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go!
Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
Yep, another reference about that.
I'm going to live.
Oh, what is that sound?
Mmm. Somebody had a good time cutting vegetables there, I can tell.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary Game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired, so very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed, and then nothing.
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed. Which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
Oh yeah, you're alive! You
Well,
guess?
I wasn't there to see it. I was out just like you, but I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard K. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. After he knocked you out, he voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So, where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio. You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay?
Arm?
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub wrapped in white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah, how's
I'm
Quark?
right here.
Quark, man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep. Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
I don't know if that came through on the microphone. I'm sorry. It seemed like they shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah. I and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. 1. If we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First, we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the Nonary Game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why'd he try to kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
No.
Clover.
You're always so wrong about everything.
Yeah. Who on earth would make people he rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know
She
if there
watched
is
too many
poison in this
Netflix.
bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Adam's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No, my translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
Ah! How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point. That
Meaning?
someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up, right?
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that
Does
mean
that
we're
mean we have to
supposed to
repopulate the speed?
repopulate the planet?
I'll just make you a joke. I didn't know that was gonna be.
Repopulate. I looked around and did a quick inventory.
Inventory. Goddamn.
4 women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only... Well, we'll see. The only young, fertile male. Population, huh? That doesn't sound so bad. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go and expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth. Harem
Game's
ending?
over. There's no
Oh,
point to any
geez.
of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8?
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense.
Maybe she wasn't murdered.
Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6 and killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Pi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead. No, especially because she was dead. I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Phi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. Hey! Ding, 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 ding!
Hey.
A card?
Looks like an ID card for this place. Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Tenmyouji's about to lose it.
Mhm.
Huh. Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it
Nope.
before?
You?
Oh. Anything on the back? Ah!
Oh shit.
Huh. There's something written here. It says Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
I like how she's saying Jumpy Doll
Yeah.
to really drive it home. What the hell does that mean?
It's me.
Looks handwritten. She must have put it on here herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
No. So that she can show us.
We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong? Alice!
Oh.
Oh no.
What are you planning to do with that?
Uh-oh. Phi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it.
The Radical 6.
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked just like Quark had before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. Oh.
Who the hell's ending is this? Quark?
Yep.
Ah!
We're just missing Phi's ending.
Which will be the
Oh, the
last
route.
ending.
Yeah, we only have one other route.
Hmm.
We got another password.
Alright,
So, yeah.
so I believe that's it for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we'll...
so based on the YouTube video that I had to double check because I didn't want to make the same mistake as the last time, but yeah, it should take about 3 hours starting from that point.
That's
Okay.
perfect. So I imagine it'll take us longer in that.
There is a one puzzle room, but I don't know
Yeah.
how this
But I
goes.
just mean with like me reading it and stuff, you know.
True, yeah. So yeah, everything Kevin has been predicting has been on the spot, on the dot.
I promise I didn't look anything up.
Are you sure? I'm kind of doubting a little bit.
I looked up 999 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the person, the I mean, it's no secret now, so we can talk about it. But the person, the old lady Akane,
Yeah.
How about
uh,
Akane?
yeah, I looked it up. For some reason, it doesn't show up in the Wikipedia page for some reason that she voiced that. She voiced Akane,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but it's the same person. But she's the one who voiced Rita Repulsa in Power Ranger.
Oh fuck!
Sweet.
Wait, she's not the actor for Rita.
No, because Rita Repulsa was actually uh, reused footage from the Sentai series.
Yes.
Let's see, what other prominent? Let's see. Trying to. Oh, she voiced Naota from Furikuri, the main character, and she also voiced that a gamer boy in the Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how she managed to pull up the old woman voice and then young kid voice, but she did it.
Yeah, she got some range.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far at least, it's not like she has to talk a whole lot here, but I imagine we'll get more of her.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so a lot of speculation
wait,
that
does the same actress voice her in this game and also young Akane in 999?
no,
No. Okay.
that's all kind of confusing. So when I was trying to look up the voice actress for the Akane is like young. Apparently, even her younger version actually had two actresses because for some reason I didn't know about this until this moment, but like they revoiced her with a different actress on the re-release for the PC version. So I was like, oh god, which one is it?
But yeah, I genuinely think I just, consume too much media that's like, I guess like subversive.
Yeah.
Where it's like, like media that's like trying to trick you.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I like thinking about this game from like that perspective. It's just like, once you have like the basis and stuff, it's like every character just turns into chess pieces or, like archetypes, right? Where it's like, okay, well, this kind of character's purpose is usually this,
Yeah. So yeah, when I played this game for the
one thing that I guessed wrong is I thought at some point they would try to redeem Dio.
I'll be honest.
I appreciate what he is.
Yeah, I genuinely thought for a long while that they were going to attempt to redeem him, and they never did.
Honestly,
that's something I got wrong, and I haven't been very vocal about that. So there you go.
Honestly, that's how I felt when I played this game for the first time. You're like, oh, Dio's jackass, but I'm sure he's turned out to be a good guy or sad story. And then, boom, nope, he's from some cult. So yeah, many of those theory that Kevin has been throwing out there so far has been correct. And
yeah,
like I said,
like my whole thing is just like I make assumptions and then try to push them as far as I possibly can, and then I look back on it as like, what is that interesting? If the answer is yes, then that's my theory, because I have the same goal as the game developers do. You know what I mean? But I'm like reverse engineering it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I played this game for the first time.
One thing I gotta say is Phi is just a total question mark for me.
So it's about Phi's identity. It's really not something I can talk about until the third game. I don't know, because
I did see she's in it.
Huh?
I did see it. She's in it.
Yeah. But yeah, like her.
Oh, I also recommend. I also recognized Luna in it. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, for the third game.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get into that until we finish this game.
But I don't know if they actually discussed about Phi's identity in this game. It's been a while, but I don't remember they discuss Fi's identity. But yeah, back to the original topic in hand. When I played this game for the very first time, for sure, I did not guess any of this. Like Sigma being the actual, or Luna being the column and shit. Like when the first route, when the column goes, right in the middle of you, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? But two of you got it right ahead. Like, oh, Luna must be column, and you guys got it almost like. Oh.
You seem the most likely candidate. I think I also threw Quark as an option.
Yeah, my thing was when we got Kay's background story, he talked about having like a woman robotic servant. And I was like, okay, well that like rules out half the cast. And then I thought critically about, the rest of the characters, and Alice and Clover can't be golems because we know them from 999, And so you have Fi and Luna, and it seemed like I threw out the guess where it's like, well, maybe it could be Fi. Like I can't rule her out. Like her whole thing was like she could like jump really high and stuff like that. And if she had bionic legs, then she could do that, I guess. But Luna's whole thing was that she had medical training, and it like I threw it out there as like a theory point was like if I had a mother replacement robot, I would want her to have medical training in case, she has to pull out like the Heimlich maneuver, or, like nurse a child back to health. You know what I mean? If I was building the perfect, mother figure, medical training.
Speaking of mother figure, so you just out of curiosity, so you know how that earlier, how Sigma was thinking of repopulating, right?
Yeah.
If you guys were somehow randomly chosen, like shelter, like we get alien invasion, and you guys got randomly selected to be in the some kind of shelter, and they said, yeah, we need to repopulate the Earth now. Would you still volunteer? Or would you be like, me? Repopulate the? No.
So I've I remember like reading stuff on that, and like the amount of number of people you'd have to actually have like enough different biological data. Like you cannot do that with a very small subset of a population. After we reach a certain point, it just becomes a critical failure, and you really can't.
Yeah, because all the
I don't know what
genetic.
the exact number is, though.
Okay. Yeah, with the genetics, and you cannot, which is funny because incestuous relationship in the medieval times, they're like pushing for it because we gotta thicken the blood, but turns out that actually cause some get you more prone to genetic mutation because of
genetic deformities and stuff like that.
Look, all I'll say is it works out great for me in Crusader Kings.
There you go.
All right, so we got we don't know if when we're gonna play the next episode, but like, you guys
it won't be next weekend. We'll skip a week.
So before that, you guys any more theory and speculation you guys want to throw out there?
So I think there's two things at the crux of the game, and that's what's Fi's whole deal. Because again, like I don't know anything about her, and I don't really have any actionable theories on her. And the other is what's our whole deal, and like how do we relate to Zero? And that part's tough. I'm still guessing it's some kind of time travel, but we're dealing with like because they're talking about like the morphogenetic field, and I noticed the stuff that Zero was telling us about came from different, like it came from a different route than the route we were on, so he's not like limited by the things that we did in that timeline. He's like a conglomeration of all the routes, basically.
Well, that's what I said. Like Sigma is
we were on Yeah, we were on a route where we didn't know about the bombs, and he told us about the bombs. You know,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. So I wonder if there's some reason why we're doing the Nonary game, and if Sigma is 0 right now, at least his heart seems to be in the right place. So I think he's definitely like doing the exploit to use the morphogenetic field to fix something. And I guess that fixing something would either be the uh the death of everybody on planet Earth to Radical 6, or maybe it's to reverse the original creation of Rad 6.
Well, it's like importantly, like there's several characters that are from before the events took place, effectively, and are also recurring characters from the previous game that we know have the ability to tap into that field. So absolutely, we're like on the mark about changing the timeline in some way. Like that's the entire purpose, sending information back in time. Not unlike what we did in 999. It just what exact what exactly will the information be? Um, and in what way are we going to be sending it back? Because in the 999, it was sending a puzzle solution back in time. This is a lot bigger scale than anything we did in 999, as far as like what the stakes are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because ultimately, the goal of the first game was to save one person.
Yeah,
All-
just one
and
person.
Not only save one person, but also enact the revenge on the people who committed that experiment.
Oh, okay. So I have a question.
Oh.
So, Kay's face is the person that we'd expect our face to look like. Do we think, do you think that Kay and us are distinct individuals that body swapped? Or do we think that it's like cloning? And if it's cloning, do you think it's related to like the whole like brother thing in some way?
Like that's all got to tie together in some fashion.
Yeah.
I do feel like Kay's explanation, we can take at face value that he was a quote unquote backup.
Mm.
Like what we saw in his past between the old woman and the old man, those were clearly Akane and us.
Yeah.
The doctor, quote unquote. So yeah, we had some plans with Kay, obviously. He was one of the two. Him and Luna were the two who gave us the password for the one specific route. So they had some knowledge of that information.
All right, then. More sharply revealed on the next time we play this game.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like I know the what, but I don't know the how and I don't know the why. You know? And I feel like those are the more interesting and important questions.
Sure, we'll be figuring it all out soon enough.
Yeah. All right. So, next weekend it'll either be nothing or Warframe. I'm not sure what yet. But I'll try to update in the Discord or let you guys know ahead of time as best as I can. But there's a birthday happening in my family, and that shit's always just kind of hectic and spontaneous.
Interesting.
Yeah, my folks don't like to plan things. Stuff just happens, and I have to adjust.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I've just gotten used to it, I guess. But yeah, that's it. We'll pick this back up in 2 weeks.
All right, then. Until then,
And then
next.
Spooky Agent Agency arrives.
Oh yeah.
I've done a lot of work on getting that ready today.
Time would that be?
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So long.